Middle Ages Today, about the most interesting events in the HMB movement from all around the world in one place. In this issue, tickets for the Battle of the Nations 2015 are already available. The tournament has been officially launched on the Czech land. What should viewers expect? The first HMB Championship of Latin America was held in Argentina. It proved to be one of the most popular in the history of the HMB movement on the continent. Who and how HMB fights are promoted around the world. Breaking. Petrin Hill is the centre of Prague, a place where the 6th World Championship Battle of the Nations will be held. On the 7th of May, the historical centre of the Czech Republic's capital will dip into the atmosphere of the Middle Ages. You can buy tickets to the World Cup today. The tickets are already on sale on the Ticket Pro service. According to the organisers, buying tickets online is much cheaper than directly at the tournament. For the first time, viewers will enjoy the fights on all 4 stands, like in a real medieval stadium. The first row of the stands is raised to a height of 2 meters. This year, the most spectacular part of Battle of the Nations, the category 21 versus 21, will be fought by 11 teams. In addition to Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Poland, France, the USA, Italy, at the World Cup, teams in Bucharest will debut from the UK, Czech Republic, Austria and Israel. Note that under the Israeli flag, representatives of Estonia and Finland are going to participate. As a part of the Austrian national team in the royal nomination, representatives of Australia and New Zealand will be included. Meet the team debutant in Battle of the Nations, the Hungarian national team. Notably, the men are engaged in preparations with a specially invited professional trainer. They are well equipped, both in terms of armour and protection underneath. They have several super fighters, tall and heavy, armed with two-handed swords and axes. They are recording their workouts on video and analysing everything, right down to the smallest mistakes. Workshop. Fighters from Netherlands and Germany organised a joint training session. Remember that last year at the Battle of Nations, the Dutch athletes debuted as the Friesland team. Now the Frisian sportsmen have become a part of the German national team, and the guys from the Netherlands will participate independently. They include 5 fighters, halberdiers and a woman warrior. The East Frisian newspaper made a small photo report of the preparations for the Battle of the Nations. Women's League. Girls from the HMB community implemented a very simple but useful scheme. On the pages of one of the Facebook groups, they posted information about who they are, where they're from, how long they've been engaged in full contact fighting, and what successes have been achieved. Keep it up, the Iron Ladies. Additional resources from the horse's mouth. A very convenient source of information. Ukrainian club, Ina Bera, announced the composition of the female half of the team. You will recall that Natalia Bondarenko has been in the ranks of the Ukrainian national team at the last Battle of the Nations tournament in Trogir. Events. The Steel Championship took place in Tokyo. This is the biggest tournament in East Asia. Fighters from 2 clubs of the Japan Armored Battle League competed with each other, as well as with a team of samurai. Fighting was held in the category Duel and Bucharest. The surroundings this year came close to those of MMA fights, with a dark hall and floodlit stage. On the other side of the world, Argentina hosted the first international championship of South America. For Valjerques club members, the organisation of the tournament was a real challenge, but they honourably faced it. The guests of honour were clubs from Brazil and Chile. The fighting took place in the men's and women's triathlon. In Bucharest, men fought 5 versus 5 and the girls 4 versus 4. Top places were given to representatives of Argentine clubs. But, as the guests noted, the championship was a test of strength for both armour and participants. Finland saw the Vanadja tournament 2015. Old friends, Russia, won the Bucharest. French fighter Hugues Lafont climbed to the top of the podium in triathlon. In the polearm category, first place was given to Alexei Naidenov from Russia. In the women's pro fight battles, Russian Tatiana Derbenyova won. Qualifiers for Battle of the Nations took place in Austria and Estonia at the end of March. HMB sport is developing at an enormous pace in the Baltic country. This year, the team will present 2 fives. The first, a squad of Estonia clubs. The second, the Nordberg club. Mexico, Finland, the UK and Moldova held qualifiers in their countries in April. And now a few words about HMB events planned for the near future. From the 7th to the 10th of May, Prague takes the 6th World Cup Battle of the Nations. The 21st to the 25th of May will see an annual tournament in Denmark, the Copenhagen Medieval Fighting Club. On May the 30th, a tournament at the castle of Vincennes, France will be held. HMB promotion. Fighters of the Luxembourg national team have done a great piece of PR for HMB promotion. They took part in the 2nd Festival of Fantasy and Science Fiction, LuxCon 2015. Athletes dressed in tabards with the characters of comic book heroes entered on the list to fight with each other in demonstration fights. Representatives of the Czech HMB clubs talked about full contact fighting in armour for the audience of the most popular music channel, HMB. The guys brought to the studio armour, weapons, and said that this year in Prague, the World Championship Battle of the Nations will take place. Team New Zealand presented its team on Facebook with the full story of the path that fighters have passed through to get to the Battle of the Nations 2015. That's all for today. We'll meet with you soon.